Hey everybody, welcome to the FEE3 showcase for Fire Emblem Tierra Maldita. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah, it's actually, well, I guess it's close. It's actually Spanish, so it would be pronounced Tierra Maldita. But
I can't put the spice on my words there. My name is Xilirite, and I'm here with the developer of this hack, Keeve?
yeah, keymavega, Kiwi for short.
Kiwi.
I mean, pronounce it whichever way you like. I've heard all kinds of pronunciations.
Keve. Good to go.
Kiwi, that's that's new. That one's new.
All right. So while I get us set up here, do you have anything to introduce about the hack, just as we get started here?
Yeah, I'll just give some high level about the inspiration for this, what it's about, that kind of stuff. I started making this hack, Tierra Maldita, I think back in maybe like February is when I started, so several months now, but I intended for it to just be like a really short hack, just to kind of explore this world that I've been kind of building in the back of my head for a couple of years. I mean, this is just like a small demo basically of just a small slice of what that world might feel like, being in there, meeting the kind of characters, the different conflicts and things like that. I would say that the ROM hack itself, I guess given that it's kind of based on Fire Emblem, doesn't show the larger vision of the world, but I just hope that it can kind of display a small part of it just for people to get an idea. But with that said, the high level story of this hack is that you play as the protagonist. Oh my gosh, am I blanking out of the name of the protagonist of my own ROM hack right now?
No way, you wouldn't.
No, of course not. I'm not stalling to remember.
Which one is it? Is it Wraith or is it Leandros?
It's Wraith. It is Wraith. Okay, cool. I was thinking of the spoilers, the real name, but Wraith. You play as Wraith. He is a hunter in this world. We're also kind of... I'm realizing that I'm talking about what the story is while I have this intro sequence that tells what the story is. But, this world is full of monsters. There's this big bad energy, this curse that is infecting this once great, safe, prosperous land, and is spawning all these monsters. And thus, as a response, there needs to be these hunters that kind of utilize the same dark energy to fight back and, try to make this place a bit safer with the power of violence.
My favorite power of them all. I use that one all the time in my day-to-day.
It's super effective. Why try to reason your way out of conflict when you can just cut them down with a big sword or axe or something like that? But yeah, I mean, that's the very gist of it.
They said the name. They said the name. Oh my god.
Yeah, we get that one out of the way early. We put it in the intro.
It's okay, I do that too. People laugh at me all the time for it.
But yeah, specifically the little adventure that we're accompanying Wraith here with in this story is that there are a bunch of mysterious, missing people / kidnappings. Where the heck are they going? It turns out it's cults. It's always cults.
It's always
the answer
cults.
is always cults. There's some freaky cult that's stealing all these peeps, and they're like, "Yo, look into it, man. Probably monster related. So go get that." And so you're doing that. You go on this little adventure, and you make some unexpected allies, get through some goofy, fun encounters, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who knows what's gonna happen? Only one way to find out. Play the game.
All right, I'm going to make this text move a little bit faster here so we can get started. It doesn't let me set the text speed for this intro bit. Only the ones after.
Interesting.
But we're going to try to fit as much as we can into the presentation time here. So.
Sick. That was intentional? ? Maybe. I mean, I know. I made this. Of course, I know. I actually didn't really know much about ROM hacking at all when I started this. Like I said, this was just kind of something I wanted to try out because I had this larger story in mind, but I also played a lot of the Fire Emblem games. Absolutely love the ones on GBA. Also the ones in GameCube and /Wii were great. And also Three Houses. But yeah, I'm actually pretty new to just ROM hacking in general. So oh my gosh, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could flip this.
Wait, you don't know about the gross? You don't know about the gross display? No.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Well,
oh my gosh. This would be a skill system default feature.
Well, like I said, I am not. This was all super new to me. I've only maybe played a couple ROM hacks just like throughout my life because I randomly saw it somewhere. But actually, I was inspired to do this initially because I saw someone. I saw a snippet of an older showcase. I remember which one it was, but someone was displaying some, custom animations or whatever. I was like, holy shit, that's sick. Maybe I could do that.
Yeah, this hack has a lot of custom art, doesn't it? It has these map sprays, which I noticed the second I opened this up the first time.
Yeah.
As well as just the portraits, the kind of high fantasy art style.
Yes. We have a lot of custom portraits. A lot of these animation stuff like that are custom. I shouldn't say they're fully custom. I don't want to take full credit for that or whatever, but there are a lot of skinned animations and stuff to just better fit my idea of what these characters look like. Also custom music. The maps are I also designed the maps, maybe for better or for worse. I have gotten some comments about the maps being maybe they could use a little work. Hopefully, I don't want to disappoint, so they will I take that note seriously.
It's something that you can work on,
Right.
There's always something.
Yeah, I mean, with that said, though, there is a lot more custom art and stuff like that I want to be doing. I will say maybe before I completely finish this project, which I kind of aim to complete that in maybe, I want to say by the end of the year. That's a safe estimate. Hopefully by in 2 to 3 months, it'll be finished. But by that time I plan to do some more music, do another run through of the maps, finish the rest of the chapters, of course. So yeah, if you like what you see now, just wait. There'll be more custom things to come.
I remember when I was doing the dry run of this chapter really threw me for a loop. It took me a little while to get used to the just how scary those dogs are. Those dogs wiped me out several times.
Man, you very, very risky to go in with Leanders. He is the tank, but I would say that there are some other people who can handle those dogs better.
I got through it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're doing it.
Time too.
Yeah, you're doing it, man. He's alive. Another thing that I wanted to do was kind of ramp the difficulty up in this ROM hack. Not only because it's 8 or so chapters, but just personally, I kind of feel like a theme with how people design these is that they make the game that they want to play. So everyone kind of, I feel like, have their own biases of what they want or what they prefer in a Fire Emblem game. My biases are difficulty and high crits. So there are a lot of that in this game.
I have indeed noticed that there's a lot of crits in the game, but
I mean, the crit animation is always so cool. You just want to...
It's always
cool. Just have more of it in there. Come on.
Alright. Unfortunately, I'm kind of approaching this area a little bit funky. That's okay.
All good. I had designed Wraith to be someone who can better take on mages. He actually has a higher resistance than the other the other hunters here. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Unless. Ooh, okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I totally planned for this. Everything is going exactly as I intended it to.
They have no chance. Regalia is a freaking monster. When I was first balancing this, everyone had like twice the amount of crits that they had originally.
Yeah, it's a volatile design space, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's, yeah, I mean, trying to balance the difficulty was interesting. I definitely wanted it to feel more real rather than just like, bumping up people's stats. I wanted there to explore how we could make this harder without just increasing stats. And I think we'll see more of that in a later level, the Fog of War level. Surprise, Fog of War level. But, I kind of wanted to overwhelm the player with quantity, I guess, and trying to think more about positioning rather than just being like, oh, this person hits hard. With that said, though, I also wanted the difficulty to be kind of rewarding in the long run, where if you perform pretty well in the beginning chapters, by the end of it, you should be like easy breezy, like you'll just destroy people.
I definitely struggled a lot more on those these first couple chapters than I did on the ones that came after.
Yeah, I don't want to say that I'm kind of making up as I go, but I'm wondering if having the game be easier as it goes on to be a good design strategy.
I think basically every Fire Emblem game gets easier as they go on, though,
That's true. To kind of talk a bit more about the design of this level specifically, the first part of this level is definitely taking care of the dogs, how to not get murked just from the get-go. Oh, interesting growths.
They can't all be winners.
Yeah, not getting murked by those dogs at the beginning. Once you take care of those dogs, we now have this mid-section where I kind of wanted to give the players a bit of a choice about which way they could go. You can take the left path, you can go through the gate in the front, and you can take the right path with a big dog that's guarding that broken wall. So yeah, there are multiple ways that you can go about doing this. I personally think it is just simply preference, but maybe there is like a best way to go. I find that the most popular way to go is the left side.
I think I remember I just went straight through the middle and then sat around breaking down walls to fight the other mini-bosses at the end. Because I was like, I want the loot. I need it.
Oh,
that.
Absolutely. Let's see.
I didn't need this as much, I thought, but then it ended up being really helpful later on. So, shows what I know.
Yeah, I wanted to do a little something different with the loot. I wanted all the loot to be relevant for the chapter after, or maybe 2 chapters after, or even something else in the future, who knows. But so the loot that you pick up is usually not useful for the level that you're actually in, but you'll be able to use it later. Almost like a cheeky way of being like, kind of dropping a hint of, what you can expect later. For example, you get a killer bow out of the chest here, so maybe there will be someone who can use a bow.
And wouldn't that be exciting?
Soon. You'd be like, oh, good thing I picked this up. One thing. You...
Hold on. Hold on. We're okay. Everything's fine. And if you're panicking, that's on you. Okay.
I'm not panicking. You're panicking.
That's a rude thing to say. I would never. Okay.
I'd design this encounter so that... You know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence, actually. In case I eat my words later. So I'm not going to say that. Instead, I'll say that I actually was able to get a little bit of help with some of the things in this ROM hack, for the most part, it's just been a solo project. So I've been.
Just make one of those real quick. Oh man. See, this is what I mean. This chapter is.
This is why we like emulation. This is why we like emulation.
I got greedy with not healing, and look where it got me. All right.
That's game design, baby. That's game design.
We'll drink the elixir. You'll just run. I'm sure it'll work out.
Oh, here they come. Oh,
I forgot that guy would be in range. Everything's fine. Oh man. Okay. Hold on though. This is where the genius. Oh no.
Oh. That's a 10% chance is good. 10% are good odds. Oh.
Well, hold on. Maybe we got another way out of here.
Oh, look. Looks like it didn't even happen. All good. All good. Yeah, for the most part, this is a solo project. So, I composed the custom music, did the animation, the art, and, all that jazz, writing, etc., etc. But I was able to get some help with some scattered things, I guess. Like the Leandra sprite initially kind of looked like a Minotaur, I guess. The map sprite, looked more like the whatchamacallit. We have better odds.
Surely one of them will miss.
I mean, it's supposed to be like half right. Oh, let's go.
All it takes is a little bit of genius.
I mean, it's getting kind of spicy in here. Those dogs are coming in. Crits? Oh, no crits.
Yeah, this druid is definitely a tough one to kill, but
you might be able to risk it.
I think
you might be able to risk it with the dogs. Yeah. She should be good at dodging dogs.
Yeah, that's basically the thinking. If I can get the dodge off. And I actually want one of the dogs to attack Leandros if I can. Preferably on the forest, but that might not be possible. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
We've almost broken through to the castle.
Yeah, the what I was going to say, I stopped saying like 3 times. What I was going to say is let's see, let me pull up this little document here just to make sure I don't mess up any names. Where's that freaking thing? Yeah, initially Leandra's map sprite looked more Minotaur-y, like the Berserker sprite, but I was able to get a little bit of help with that. With Kiri, I think is what they go by.
Oh, no, they do 11 damage instead of 10. This is when we get the defense. Oh no.
Oh, that's probably... Oh, did win and miss, dude. Let's go.
Man, it's so easy when you're this smart and good at games.
You're a pro. You sure you haven't played this before?
Oh, never. Fire Emblem, I'm a new.
You're a new. This is... yeah, this game was made by Intelligent Systems, Tierra Maldita, actually. I just stole it. That's not true. Please don't come after me. That was just a joke. Yeah, Tanaka Kiri helped me make a more lion-y sprite, so thank you so much. I think DAT On Demand is also doing some map stuff in some of these, because he dissed me a little bit about the maps. No hard feelings. But, he is kind of tinkering around with that, so maybe we'll see that in here in the future. But yeah, so I think we're kind of getting towards the middle section about now that we've breached that wall. Very cool. Hopefully this guy doesn't just... Oh no, this guy's a chump.
Yeah, Leandros doesn't even care about this guy. I didn't have to check his stats.
Oh no! Man, am I good at designing levels or what?
I didn't have to check his stats. I knew that he wouldn't kill me. I knew someone else would kill me instead.
That's game design. That's game design. Let's see. There's also
we're like nearly at the end of the map though, right? There's nothing else really on here that's like
something I wanted to mention was that along with this whole story, I kind of have this whole idea of like a B story that goes on. So there are actually some secrets. Yeah, in that last level.
Wait. Was there anything? Did you see like a I don't know, a thing?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did we just
Are you having trouble with the level, or
is no,
is anything?
Hold on, I might need to take a sip of my drink here.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll just let you figure that out. But yeah, in that last part of the level, we have that last encounter with the boss, which was a little tricky because I was trying to figure out how to make it kind of tough while also trying to make it interesting, I guess. Oh, actually, something I kind of want to call out with this ending scene. I have a bunch of these CGs that I basically took stock photos of and put it into like a filter and edited in Photoshop to be something, I guess. This one specifically was interesting because I had wanted to like draw this insignia, the cursed sun or whatever the fuck I called it.
I probably should have sat on it for a second longer, huh?
No, it's fine. It's it's kind of negligible because it's just well, I'll just drop it. I won't say that. But yeah, when I initially made that image, it was just like dark. Like I was like, okay, I just draw this thing. Okay, I can see it when I'm drawing it on my iPad, so I'm just gonna put it in there. And when it's actually in the game, it's like, oh, it's just like a mess of pixels. I can't see what that is at all. And so that is why it is glowing in that CG, because otherwise it would just look like a mess of pixels. And that is a little lesson I learned about pixel art, converting things into pixels.
Right.
The learning experience for sure. I feel like I learned a lot just like on the go for making things happen. Which I would imagine is probably experience that a lot of hackers share.
All right, and now, I guess I'll save over this one. We have these campsites. This was something that was interesting to me when I was playing through. You almost have like a similar to like a base camp kind of feature from something like what's the game I'm thinking of? I don't know. Basically these little chapters where you just kind of sit around in the campfire and have conversations with each other.
Yeah.
Which I found
this
interesting.
Campsite section is basically just to handle supports. I feel like something that actually happened a lot while I was making this was like, gosh, I have this specific problem in mind that was just like something that happened in the game, and I was like, but would it have been nice if it went like a different way? And then this one thought I had was like, hey, you have like support conversations, but it's weird that it happens in battle. Like, shouldn't there just be like a more chill time to like talk and converse and not have to worry about supports? Mm-hmm. And it turns out there is a base camp / campfire type patch in FE Builder. And I was like, wow, this specific thing I had in mind is actually here, and someone made it, and someone had the exact same thought. And I feel like I had a lot of those moments, but yeah, that was like a really big opportunity for me. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. That's always something that kind of irked me. It was like, gosh, you're like killing people and you're like getting killed, and then you're like, hey, let's have some tacos or something like that. Was always really silly. So yeah, I introduced this campfire kind of system. You and your buds are just sitting around in this ruined sunset place that you're squatting in.
It's a nice little like cozy interlude between the maps, especially when they get pretty hard. It's a nice little moment to kind of wind down after a big stressful map.
And then for me personally, you know, I really enjoy these characters, and I'm kind of hope that, like, you know, through these support conversations and interactions, people would also kind of be drawn to the characters like I am, like these little goofy people living their lives.
And these characters are from something beyond just this hack, right? Or is it just the world that's
These characters are from my brain. Yeah, this is just that larger story that I was talking about. I'd originally designed this larger project to be a D&D campaign, which explains why people have pointy ears. But yeah, I wanted it to be a D&D campaign with a bunch of I was about to say a bunch of content. I realized that's extremely redundant. But yeah, it was just like, you know, a really big involved thing, that really high production thing that I had planned out like to happen years later, which is again why I kind of make this little thing that just to kind of like play test that setting that I had come up with. But yeah, these are all characters from that. Just some of the few. There are many more characters. Maybe if anyone likes this enough, they can wait a couple of years when they make the actual thing, and they can enjoy that.
Won't that be an exciting day for them?
And speaking of D&D, actually, there's another character in here that you can interact with that, you know, if you go through the secret... This map...
Wait, hold on. Wait, stop. Okay. It happened again.
Yeah?
What the hell was that?
What are you talking about?
No, what do you mean, what are you talking about? Don't mess with me, man. Come on, what's going on here?
I mean, if you need to take a little break or something, we can kind of pick a recording.
I don't know. Whatever. Like, never mind. It's...
Okay.
FE3 nonsense every time. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway,
we're on like a Fog of War map.
Yeah, we're on a Fog of War map. We are surrounded by these enemies. This was, I kind of mentioned this before, but this is where I kind of wanted to play around with the difficulty, where I didn't just want it to be just harder, you know. I don't want to just like increase the stats and people beat you up, and you know, it's kind of the difficulty in that way always felt was a little bit artificial. So I tried to kind of play around with you know, different ways we can make it harder. So kind of what's happening in this map is we have the Fog of War, and you're kind of being ambushed. So it's like, you know, survive the night type of deal. Something that I always felt was always, I guess I'll just say it, kind of poorly done with a lot of these Fog of War type maps and Fire Emblem games, was that, you know, because you can't see what's in the fog, you have to make the enemies kind of like pretty easy, so that you don't get you don't feel like you were unfairly beat up or something, just because you like bumped into someone. And then so, you know, I remember playing like what was it game, Radiant Dawn, the one of the first fog levels in Radiant Dawn, where you like have this gigantic freaking map. And then I would just have Ike just like run through the fog, and he bumps into 3 guys, and he just cuts them all down. And I was like, okay, we're moving on. And you just do that over and over again until the map's over. So I thought it might be an interesting design challenge to kind of tackle this idea of the Fog of War. It's like, hey, maybe I can make it a bit more fun or fair or interesting. Hopefully I did that successfully. I guess people can tell me if I didn't do that. I won't take it personally.
I kind of liked the way the walls on the map. Sorry, the way the walls kind of gave you a little bit of like an indicators to where there might be some funny business going on throughout the map, you know?
Yeah,
it's
that
the
was
kind of thing I
definitely...
wish I had in real life right now.
Well, you know, if you're ever in a room with a lot of broken walls, you can assume that something's amiss, I think. But yeah, that was definitely the intention of having these broken walls where even though you can't see what's in the dark, you can tell that something's hitting the wall. So you're like, okay, that's kind of a heads up about something to be wary of. You know, something is coming, something is over there. So I should position my people accordingly. I also wanted there to be different ways of how you could approach this map where, you know, obviously there are chests around, but the chests are, of course, optional. You don't have to get them unless you're a real Fire Emblem player, then no chest is optional.
I managed to get out of the chest on my run. It did take a couple attempts. It was a little bit. It did take some doing, but I did get them.
But yeah, this is just kind of a means of like a choose your own difficulty kind of thing. If you don't go for the chest, I'd say that, you know, it's pretty straightforward. You can kind of turtle up. But with the motivation of the chest, it would kind of push people to be a little more risky to get the big reward. Speaking of big rewards, on this map, I actually didn't include a secret.
Wait, don't stay that
Cool. This is just a...
No. This isn't even Fire Emblem, man. This is a fish.
It's
There's
just,
fish.
you know...
What are you talking about?
The visuals.
As promised, the one thing you need.
Split chapter where you
No,
have,
man. Like, what? Fuck this shit, man. Fucking last time I fucking FEE3 nonsense.
I guess I'll just close it out then. Thanks for watching my showcase for my hack Tierra Maldita. Be sure to check it out on the FU forum if you have any questions about anything.